But now, Gretorp is in a pretty good position to assault Louder's 3 o'clock base. Louder trying to defend with what troops he has left over. Don't think he's going to be able to do it. Shanks stasising all these units in front of his units. Louder stasising these units in front of his army makes it really tough for his units to get past those guys. Because of the stasis crystals, they take up quite large chunks of the field. Hard to get past. Louder looks like able to break past and mop up this attack, but just barely. Now reinforcing zealots coming in, and they're going to be able to pick that off. Looks like Gretorp is packing up from his 3 o'clock location, trying to make it his new home, and he's going to be continuing the assault on the 3 o'clock location. And again, Louder could be in a very good position to do a recall on top of this expansion here as well. Reinforcements have arrived for Gretorp from the 9 o'clock location, and a lot of these probes are going to go down. Boy, Louder is going to lose a lot of his econ here. A lot of his probes are going to get taken out. Island expansions aren't even going. This island expansion was attacked. I missed that, but Louder, it's not really too much of a problem for Louder. He doesn't really have that many units there. But now all the probes have been picked off of Louder's. And now you can see Louder dangerously low on minerals, 450 minerals compared to Gretorp's 2.4k. Gretorp, unfortunately, is suffering from a lack of gas, and he's now just finally getting his Vespine geysers that is natural in his main base. His new main base, I should say. Having lost his old main base. Having lost that starport, though, not going to be able to harass these island expansions too well. Why is Louder rallying troops there? That's kind of interesting. Oh, not anymore. Looks like Louder going to be hitting this mineral-only expansion. Wow, does this game really go on for another 20 minutes? Ay, 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 ay. What could possibly happen? I mean, well, Gretorp does have the 9 o'clock location. And Louder did lose a ton of his probes, and that really cut down his econ. His econ suffered quite a lot there. This is Louder's standing army. Pretty much if Louder loses this army now, Gretorp could very easily put pressure on Louder's expansions here, or even go for the main base and take out the main base. And if Gretorp was able to take out all this tech and all these gateways, I'm pretty sure, well, either way, Louder would be forced to GG if he lost his main or these expansions here. For Dragoon Pimp Squad here. And they might accidentally run right into that spider minefield, and yep. Poor Dragoons. Now we can see Louder gonna go for the mineral only. Unfortunately, this mineral only is pretty much mined out, so I don't think Gretorp's gonna miss it too much. But he's gonna mine whatever little bits and pieces he can from it. Another big army of Gretorp moving out. 162 to, again, 200 for Louder. And now since Louder has lost a lot of those probes, he's able to build a lot more fighting units. But he's not going to have nearly as many probes to mine those minerals, which is kind of what he needs right now. But his mineral count is starting to climb back up into the safe zones. It looks like Gretorp might be in a position to put pressure on Louder's 3 o'clock location. You can see the vultures moving in, finding a random high tempo to snipe those guys off. Louder has the arbiters. They got the energy. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too late now to try to do an arbiter drop. Gretorp is definitely prepared for that. Lots of turrets and good locations to defend against any sort of arbiter drop. So it looks like Louder's kind of missed his shot at doing an arbiter drop on Gretorp at this point at the 9 o'clock location. I think what Louder is potentially trying to do now is... Where did he recall? Where did he go? Where'd he go? Where'd it go? Or did the arbiter die? Huh. I didn't even see him try to run an arbiter in. As I was trying to say, is I think Louder might just try playing the waiting game right now. Pretty much just try to force Gretorp to make a mistake. Gretorp going to start putting pressure on this top right island. Boy, I don't know if that's a good move, Louder. Louder recalling a small force of Protoss units up on the high ground to try to attack this force. Fortunately, no observers were nearby to let Louder know that, hey, there's a crap load of guys up there. And so now these units are going to get picked off. Both players in the pretty high ranges of minerals, but Louder definitely does not want to lose his expansion, but unfortunately that's just what's going to happen. More siege tanks getting dropped off. Siege tanks on the high ground. I'm sorry, Mr. Dragoons, but not too much you can do. Now Louder on the warpath, gonna try to take the 3 o'clock location or 9 o'clock location by storm. Unfortunately, this is gonna be a huge mistake. Gretorp is in a very good position to defend against this attack. He's got vultures on low ground and spider mines. He's got a lot of siege tanks and units up on the high ground and low ground. Louder is just throwing units away, trying to get in, trying to bust down the door. Boys, I think that stasis would have been better right over here, but oh well. Trying to get another stasis, not gonna happen. Louder trying to bust his way up. He's not gonna do it, gonna be forced to retreat. Gretorp momentarily distracted. Now continues with his own plans of taking the top right hand corner. Hooray! And now putting pressure on the 3 o'clock. Looks like Louder now bringing up some troops, trying to defend against that. Not enough though. Tried to do a recall, but got EMP'd at the last second. So great move by Gretorp, good micro. Louder forced to walk his army all the way home, and this little piggy walked all the way home. Or flew. Or crawled. However you want to look at it. Or floated. Losing the Nexus. Ouch. It's going to cost Louder 400 minerals to replace. And by the way it looks, Louder is definitely losing the econ war here. Natural expansion of the 3 o'clock is mined out. This main base is actually almost mined out as well. All Louder really had left was the top right, and now all he has left is just the bottom left, which can easily get sieged if Gretorp has put up another starport, which looks like he hasn't, but I think the dropships were saved. Were the dropships saved?